just when you're working on one project, something else pops up. Which, I've been smelling gas in my garage for like the last couple days, and I thought it was the gas can from the lawnmower, but then I noticed my car's leaking gas. Wonderful. So here's my gas filter. I've got a mirror on the ground right now, so you're looking at the upside down view, and this thing is pretty well rusted, all hell and gone. That's probably why it's leaking. It's just a pinhole leak, so when I park, the pressure in the system is escaping through here, maybe about a drip once every 10 seconds or so. So all this rust is going to turn a real simple job into probably something that's going to be a pain in the ass, but we'll see. I'm not going to film this because there's going to be gas dripping everywhere. I'm probably going to be dropping every F-bomb swear to get this stupid thing off. So this way I can get my car fixed so I can get back to the other things I was doing. So on to the part. I just went over to AutoZone real quick, got one of their Duralast filters. I probably wanted to buy the AC, but they didn't have it in stock, and I didn't feel like I wanted to drive to another store to go get it. So this should be pretty simple to put on. Gas line just screws in here. This part's a slip fit. You push in that connector there to release the line, and it snaps back on. One thing though is when you're taking out the gas line, use a line wrench. You can see this is a special wrench that actually kind of wraps around a little further. This is so that you don't strip off the end of the gas line, because if you do, it's going to cost you a lot more money than just doing a simple filter. So I guess I'm just going to put my swear cap on, and we're going to go throw this on the car. This is not a complete A to Z of how to do this, because I think this is pretty much self-explanatory, and I don't want to get my camera knocked over, get it in the way of all the spillage and whatnot. So off to getting that done. So I go to grab my shop light, and of course this damn thing doesn't work either. This thing's broken. I think the bulb inside's broken. This is all kind of melted. This thing's been up for like 20 years or so. It has a hard time going back up in the reel sometimes. So another project I got to replace. Great. So now I got to hold a flashlight to everything I do, which is going to make it more of a pain in the butt. Plus on my other hand, which is holding the camera, on the tip of my finger, I got a cut on it. So I'm expecting gasoline to go in that and sting the hell out of me. So alright, enough complaining, get to work. Alright, so I had to stop for a second, and I'm up to about 350 in the cuss jar. I need to get this nut cracked loose here on the front of the filter, and I was wrenching it and giving it pretty good force, but it just didn't want to crack, so I sprayed this with a little PB blaster. I'm going to let this soak in for about 15 minutes and then get back to cracking that nut. Alright, so we got this darn thing off. The PB blaster came through. This thing is so heavily rusted. I'm guessing that's where the leak was coming from. Probably on the back side, maybe here, or the front. Anything draining out of it looks clear, so the filter itself was probably good. It's just that the housing started to give way. So you even got the bracket in here, which is pretty well rusted on its last legs. I'll probably wire brush this up and throw this on a new one. What else? You can see all that junk that is falling off the car as I'm working. That of course is falling into my face. I did tip this thing over, so now I got some gas on the floor too as well. It stinks in here, reeks of gas. What else? Oh, I happen to use these needle nose pliers. These actually got me through in a pinch where I could actually compress that little plastic fitting and then kind of give it some leverage to go this way, because you can see on the filter, even underneath those where they compress in, that was all caked with rust, which made that part of getting off a lot harder as well. So just got to put the new one on. Oh, one thing too is that the flare nut that actually goes in here from the gas line that goes to the front of the car, that flare nut is actually fused onto the gas line itself, so that no longer spins. So it actually spin the fuel filter itself to get the fuel filter off, so I'll just do it with the new one as well. Just spin that back on. I'm not going to try to break that connection from the flare nut to the actual tubing, because that's kind of rusted and that's pretty much fused in place. If I try to break that, I'm probably going to break the gas line itself. So spinning on the gas filter is a much better option. I just got to basically put that new one on and button it all up. Alright, so we're done. We got the new one in. One thing I just wanted to point out was, like I said, this nut right here, the flange nut, is fused onto the gas line. And you can also see that the line itself has a little bit of kind of rust on the edge. It's not that bad, but just a little bit right here. That's also the importance of using that line wrench too, so you're not moving this line around, because if you're gonna move it around too much and bend it right here, it's gonna fail. It's not like right here where it still looks all new and shiny. Bracket I just cleaned up a little bit. It's probably will just start rusting again. You can see there's a lot of rust underneath the car. Car's got about 150,000 miles on it, so I'm sure this will probably be the last fuel filter it'll ever need. I did already start it up and check for leaks. What I thought was tight, it actually was leaking just a touch right here at this connection, so I just had to come back under the car once again and just crank that up just to even a little more. Started it up again, and now it's proven to be leak free. So we're done. We got this whole thing done for just the cost of the filter, which was just a little bit under 20 bucks. I'm sure if you can't do this yourself, you're gonna have to pay somebody to do it, so plan on spending at least 100, probably to 150 bucks to get this part replaced. So now I'm back in business, and now I can get back to the other stuff I was doing.